Revert Waru is playing. Yeah, Revert Waru's a friend of the channel. We'll see if they are on Axiom or not. I might go to top 8 without doing anything. Let's look at the bracket. Remember, if you get a bye, if your opponent gets a bye um or their or they don't show up, their opponent doesn't show up. That's the word I was looking for. Your next match will become online right away. So make sure you pay attention. You got to buy in, your opponent might not show now. Great. As long as you're connected to the game. What's up, Agent Potato? How you doing? Hell yeah. I love Navenka. Trying to hurry and finish my dinner so that I can fully fully focus on the games here. Wow. Not a great setup here. You just missed the sign up today? Hold up a minute. Are you sure? I thought you were in the tournament. Maybe I have been wrong all along. And who I thought was someone is not someone who I thought was that they are that person who I thought they were. Are you gonna make me beat you with this deck, Wyvern? I was gonna switch out one of the uniques ahead of this, but I forgot. Alright, never mind. I'm not beating you. Thank you for the boosts, though. I appreciate it. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I forgot that I could cheat the Minotaur, though, and I got rid of one. You can exhaust my Minotaur, but how likely are you to sabotage my Minotaur? That is the question. Ooh, that's nice. I hadn't thought about this before. Dredger drone procced the Neelum. That's pretty cool. And the refinery. All right, now I can lock in. Yeah, Dredger drone is pretty good. Very cool. I did not think about it interacting with the Neelam, so it's pretty cool. Man, my card draw this game though, kind of bonkers. All right. Do I keep it a little longer? I think I do. I don't think Wyvern has sabotage. mm, 3 mana. Maybe I don't. Maybe I play the Minotaur to go over the top. What are you playing at? What are you playing at? So Drillmole has sabotage, but it's gonna need a boost before it can do that. Hmm. Yeah, we'll just play the Minotaur. This might be a bad idea to anchor the swarm, but the swarm will give me boosts. Ooh, nice. That was a nice play to block. Luckily for me, though, does not get them a move. Hmm. I have not. I have not pulled a single piece, like main component of this deck. Maybe that's why I'm actually winning, though. Oh man, Runefolk is sharing the Blitz Week 1 winner. Are there comments on this thread yet? Not yet. I wonder if I take out the other parts of what this deck actually is and do a deck that's Minotaur and Swarm. I wonder if it can actually hang. Still not, but at least we got this. It's gonna get sabotaged though. Has to get sabotaged, right? Let's take a look at the bracket real quick. Looks like Freeloader's game is gonna be up soon. Dexter has taken out AEG Cyrillu. It's playing against Runefolk now. All of the marbles is waiting on me and Wyvern. Gamma Knight, where you at? Chili is going up against Potato right now. Astro Nebula is missing. Spent too much time on the computer earlier casting. Not allowed on the computer for playing. What has been the most exciting thing you guys have seen this season so far? Really been enjoying Subash. You gotta bring the sorry, Subash. You really gotta bring the Subash to AWOL or something. People have been missing him. All right, Wombo combo, here we go. What the fuck? Darn. You gotta sign up ahead of time. Perfect draw. Very good. It does allow me to do something kind of sneaky. I don't think there's really much other sabotage that I need to worry about, but we'll play around like I do have to worry about sabotage now that we have this in hand. There you are, my friend. Oh no, now you're just gonna let me win. I finally got one piece of this deck. He removed my Ouroboros so I could only roll one die, had my Mage Dancer out, and rolled a 6 on a single die with all in to win by 1 point. Yeesh. Unfortunate. Yep, my 5-star deck. I'm gonna take it all the way now. You guys came here to see other games casted? No way, fam. I have to go against the freaking PAX champion, though. All of the marbles is on Atsadi. Ooh, the Swift Jin start. Of course, of course. I I do not know what the classic opening is going to be for Atsadi. If it's going to be that specifically or there's going to be some change up. I think the classic Atsadi before this set was Amarok opening. Swift Jin opening seems like a really good start though. Hey, Salmon. Yeah, The only reason I won is because I didn't get to play my deck how it's supposed to be played. Hello, hello. So I just got unlucky, which means you lost. Also, it's happening again. Never saw a hive and not great draw, but the vibes are fun. Yeah, bad draw is the vibe tonight, I guess. Because I just drew two Lost in the Woods as my draw there, and the last draw in the game against you, I drew two mechanical trainings at once. I think I lose this game pretty heavily when Atsadi gets to a high mana count, though. Classic blunder. Classic blunder. When you're worrying too much about doing the thing that you forget that swarm is four costs. It's okay, nobody saw that. Yeah, I definitely don't post the VODs on YouTube. Finally made it past the first round in Ace with Subash. Nice, let's go. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, sheesh. That's a nice one. If you do, you put the top two cards of your deck in your mana zone. This is also a perfect card to put into reserve. Bum 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 bum. Congrats, Endorvian. Hope you're doing well. Why is my deck actually doing things? I've been working on it. I told you I've been working on it. It is just no. It cannot stand up to Fen at all. Dang, double Haven after playing that twice. This is gonna get scary. No, I don't want to resupply the Minotaur. I don't like to resupply the Minotaur. I think I go for the setup on this. No, I'm first next turn. I'm first next turn, so. think I'm just allowing the move for now, and I'll keep cards and then get more cards. Sierra bug list. I would say look at AWOL Monday. There were a couple Sierras. I think Sierra and Trace are looking pretty cool right now. But I won't pretend like I know specifically how or why. But there were a couple really cool lists. I think the refinery has definitely been a must include. Um, which was cool. And then from there, I think it's got a lot of variety. I don't know if I could say specifically like what else is a staple yet. Oh, the hunger. There's the counter. I wish I had the setup to combo this. Man, I feel like I have to sleep it. There's just too many things that could be a. There's nothing that he could play now to make this gigantic, but I think my three mountain with the tiny Jin is not enough to secure the left side, so I think if I sleep it, let him get as big as he wants, then go from there. Chill work from home day. That's what's up. Uh, if you win twice, you play me. I have to win twice, like this game and another. Nice. Ah, chocolate bar. No, don't hit me with the Sokka. That's such a cheeky move to get a double advance right there. That's so funny. Yeah, day's been pretty decent. Fun play. Hydra had 12 boosts. Opponent played opposite side and ignored him. So I used Sap Duende on an aloe vera. Yeah, Sap Duende is the surprise hit of the Muna kit so far for me. I feel like I'm gonna get Socked, and I can't stop it. 7 mana left perfectly. Hmm. Oh, uh-oh. Waru beat me. Was it Revert Waru that beat you? Or was it Runefolk? Isatok. Oh, so it was Runefolk. Please, no. Please, no, sir. Don't do it. I was so close with Tasia. So close. Yeah. That Runefolk, you gotta watch out for him. Oh, It's not Osaka. What is this though? When I leave the expedition zone, each player puts the top card of their deck in their mana zone. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, God, those are some nice ramp use. Bro, can I just get a card draw that I want? Sap Duende again? No. I have to stop the progression. Except for I can't count. I did not pay attention to that correctly. I was thinking of sleeping the Aja, which is what I should have done. Uh, yeah, I thought of the Aja first, but then I just got in my head like too far ahead with other strategies. It definitely would have been a much more interesting game if I would have just slept the Aja. That is what I should have done. If your U is cool enough, your opponent misplays, right? But the real reason is because I'm supposed to be casting, right? So that's the real reason I lost. How's it going, Spammy? All right, so Dexter, you beat Runefolk. Wait, hold up. Who did you lose to, Draconis? This bracket is slow. What's up, Victor? Oh, you played Victor creative? Victor's out here playing Isatok also? Oh no. Waru is back. Yeah. I got to slow down a little bit. Is this a the farm in Wario? Funny enough, I think this is better in Ortis than it is in Muna. Playing with Atsadi today. Waru beat me. Who's the Waru you lost to? Wait, no, not creative. Man, I got you guys mixed up. Okay, so yeah, Revert Waru is the one that beat you. Revert Waru is also playing Isatok then, huh? Interesting. I got creative and Draconis both play Muna, and so many people have different BGA names versus Discord names versus Twitch names. My brain was all sorts of mixed up. It is very interesting. Freeloader does not really like the rare bassist. Um, I think if you take a closer look at the rare bassist, I think it's actually pretty good. Because I think a lot of people don't realize that the rare bassist boosts both expeditions. And if it doesn't, then they need a rules or wording update. It doesn't give the winner coat effect to itself. Yeah, because it says other characters. Yeah. Yeah, that one's fair. It's okay in Navenka. Rare slots. Yeah, that was my guess on why you didn't play it in Arok. But I remember in your video, I think you also gave it 2 stars versus 3 stars for the common. Um, but I think once you realize that the rare boosts both expeditions, it's pretty dang good for a 1-2 cost. All right, this is where we're gonna start getting dangerous with the Waru, I feel like. Yeah, I don't think the farm is very good in Muna, but I think it's actually very good in this situation. Um, what is the difference? Is there a difference in? So yeah, there's no difference at all. I guess the hard part traditionally for Ordis is you have to control the characters at noon. But in Muna, if you're going to run if you're going to run any permanents, it would just be much better suited for you to run 2 spindles. And even then, you also kind of want 2 spindles and 3 uh, floral tents. There's just like no room for the farm. The Muna rare is 2 cost. Yeah, the rare is 2 cost. I was wondering if the way the counters added or the cost of the counters was different, but they're the same. The one upside I could see to the farm in Muna is trying to get out your anchor support from it. But I feel like Aloe and Spindle are just so much better of a choice. I'm not sure if there is a good setup for the farm in Muna, except for maybe like Rin. 2 is much less than 3 when it comes to the bassist. Yeah. I think the ability on the rare is just surprising. Yeah. Some people are thinking that Ramp Muna is back. I think, in my opinion, um, Tasia is the best ramp, and because of that, there's not any ramp that you want to resupply because you just play Tiny Jin from hand. Um, but depends on how you're going about it. If you have uniques like all of the marbles had that we were just seeing, those will satisfy all the ramp you ever want. Since you're not using aloe harvesters. Yeah, I think I still use harvesters, but not aloe. Yeah, I might have a very old ramp deck. Let me see. Nope, I deleted it. Or is it my sicko mode? Mm. Oh yeah, I did have this one, which is Tasia sicko mode. I did put Aja in it, but I don't know. I never really liked Aja. But then Tiny Jin, and then that's all that I put in it for ramp, and it was pretty good. Thank you for the sub, Draconis. No ads for you. Goes into the prize bucket. You had to refresh to get rid of the ads. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. We have a Tasia versus a Basira here. And the Basira takes it. Endorvian! Calling Endorvian, your game is up. All right, Zoa returning for season 4, and we have Potato, Lindy versus Navenka. Hell yeah! Finished the podcast episode today. They get more chaotic every week, I swear. Growing my beard to give me a disguise. No, I just hate shaving. It's annoying. Do do do. I have to side with Wookiee, drop the judging, and get to playing. Well, I don't know if that's the most responsible thing for me to do. This Lindaway seems to not have good choices in their cards, but is still doing well in regards to the tumult. And now they're gonna have free Maw. It looks terrible. Yeah, my partners tell me I need to shave it every day. Mine only grows well in the worst place, which is like the douchebag area right here. Um, I honestly think that if I were to not judge, it would be very hard for them to find enough judges for the Dallas event. I also already said that I would. I just haven't gotten confirmation on if I am 100%. I have black hair, so everyone thinks I dye it. Comes in red and full. Oh, yeah, I have a friend who has darker head hair, but a lot of red gets in his beard. Yeah, my mustache is like white. It's not blonde, it's like white. Makes it very easy to dye. So I've dyed my mustache blue once for a stream incentive. This is just a back and forth game for the most part, besides the fact that Linda Way is one advance ahead, two advances ahead, technically. All of my hair is super blonde, even my eyebrows. 70% English, Scottish. Got the double on first round when I played Orbos. Might not be able to make it up. You got this mage dancer at least. We'll see what the Lindaway has. Just replace the Isba. Yeah, I think we saw some pretty good Axiom decks in AWOL on Monday. So maybe we'll see some good ones tomorrow on Wednesday. Um, and Dorvian should be playing Axiom. So if they survive this next game, maybe we'll see. Hmm. A little bit of an awkward turn there as well. I wonder what the benefit to that is compared to using it and getting the sacrifice. Obviously, it saves mana on the next turn, but the combo of sacrificing a character and then getting the moth and also maybe boosting up Ma is pretty big. Ooh, the whale. What is this whale? Ooh, nice. Roll a die, 4 plus, I gain 3 boosts. Is that enough? We're going to find out. That's a nice whale. It is also tough. One, two, three. Tough 3. So that's pretty good. This is the one McHotDog watched me roll a 1 on. You gonna risk it? You gonna no, oh, I guess since you have the Ouroboros, it's not really a risk. No anchor, sad indeed. That's very interesting play from the Lindaway though. Um, that I kind of missed while I was reading things. They played another Moth Lantern out to sacrifice that jellyfish, which means there's 2 in here, so it created 2 moths. That's a whole lot of moth. Can they win the game right here with 3 mana? Um, what would do it? Looks like, are they gonna progress at all? Ooh, no. So that does end up being a pretty good turn for Potato. Feel like although the setup from Lindaway was really cool with these 2 Moth Lanterns, um, it was a lot of used resources just to block that hero side. Will we see a third Moth Lantern though? And is that all part of the plan? Because having this expedition move forward would have meant that they went to the reserve. There is not a third Moth Lantern in the discard. And we have the Isba chilling. But do we have a third lantern? The Daedalus does get a 4. Gonna boost 2 characters here. This last card in hand, though. Oh no! The GGs have been called. I think the the secret move would have actually been to scout the Daedalus and then play it again from reserve. That is a rather risky play, though. Especially with a unseen. Well, license withdrawal means it wouldn't have mattered anyways. License withdrawal being in both Ordis and Ysmir is just so mean. And off you go. Sheesh. Not a fan of that card. Yeah. GG's to Zoa. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. You wanted to see some Axiom. Looks like Endorvian and Freeloader are still going at it. I need to get some water, though. These new brass bugs are so cute, too, though. I think, if you know the Token Lady Casual Alterations, I think they were saying on their podcast that there is a reason upcoming in the lore that the brass bug is purple. I just don't know if it's been released yet. I thought it was the transformer that controls the bridge. This has been a fun match. What has Freeloader got going on here? Draw a card, put in mana. A lot of card draw going on. The brass bugs ate too many grapes. That is the lore reasoning. True. I'm not shaming him. I'm just saying there. Ah, you gotta ask for the permit. You know what I should do actually? Let me make it so that subs can post links. I think I can do that. Oh, I have to make you VIP? I can make you VIP. That works. I don't know why they couldn't enable it for subbed as well. Da, 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 da. I thought they did, but maybe I'm just forgetting where the setting is. I've been streaming for like 13 years. You think I would remember? Yeah, Common Jammer is really cool, especially when you have different cards and things that can just reactivate it. I need to get some water, so I'll be right back. Let's say end with. Manage your stream off of your phone. There's a couple different ways now. Uh, Once upon a time, I think Streamlabs was the best option. It might still be, but you can actually manage a lot from the Twitch mobile app now. Not for what they've done. Shockwave is Brass Bug's big brother. I don't even have to click on the link to know the reference. That's the kind of nerd I am. Dang. Let's take a look at the bracket real quick. I was about to say Dexter's gonna get knocked out by all of the marbles, and then I refreshed, and all of the marbles won. So all of the marbles against someone from Burpworm or Zoa, and then El Wee Wee against someone from this game or Victor Mata, and then we'll have the final. Um, they're talking about the cloth dancer in yeah, they're talking about this cloth dancer and how it's good and making Endor think. It has at dusk up to one target character gains fleeting, which is actually not the important part of this cloth dancer. It's the fact that it can sleep itself and give itself two boosts and then do that. And I'm also playing against Endorvian in a turn-based game where I have a cloth dancer that gives everything fleeting, but I just threw the game like I threw my game earlier. Oh, let's go. Hydra off of the Arak ability. That's what you want. The Hydra. Can this Hydra survive, though? Yeah, this is the special tech um for Daedalus is you scout it for one, do the interaction, and then you just play it again. Boom, boom. All right. If you were stuck in the ad, Arok pulled a Lernaean Hydra off of the performance. Oh, and another Hydra. And there's only one mana left for the Subash. Let's go. Also, that puts Arok up to 6 counters, going to get another performance. Oh no, Endor says that they have bricked. I'm guessing there's nothing in hand to beat these Hydras at all. Good showing from Endorvian on Subash. The last card is a hooked. There's still a chance. A chance for a tie. Well, that's awkward. Do we have a game still? And Arok's gonna have another performance here going into Arena. Gonna charge up those cylinders. Fake GG was wild. Mind games. Perfect. Let's see what this Arak performance gives us. Ooh, I'm surprised to see that one of the Kellen cylinders was discarded instead of the jammer. Kind of means that there's probably a sabotage coming in here. Sabotage the Hydra. There it is. Ooh, Arak drew a card but didn't play it. Ha 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 ha. It was on Sundays last season. Do you guys not have the roles on Discord so you can get the alerts? Also, hello, Phobia. Dang. Is Freeloader gonna lose here to the Subash? There is another event on Sundays for now, though, which is the Battle Royale. So if you want an event to play in on Sunday, you can join the Battle Royale. It does not count towards the season progression for Ace, but it will have one pack to first place. Kirandro, thank you for the follow. Dang. GG's to Endorvian. Going on. Let's see how the brackets looking. All right, looks like Zoa took down Burpworm. It's going to be playing against all of the marbles. And Endorvian is going to have to play Victor Mata. And the winner will go against El Wee. This game, Zoa against all of the marbles, should be really good to watch. What a comeback indeed. That's how the Arak performance goes sometimes. Mm-mm-mm. All right, Linda Way versus Atsadi. So this tournament can last up to 3 hours, assuming you win all of your matches. No, this one almost never lasts 3 hours. AWOL is usually 3 hours, sometimes more, sometimes less. I would say Mondays is usually 3.5 hours. Wednesdays is about 3 hours, sometimes 2 hours and 40 minutes or so. Um, Ace is always like an hour and a half, 2 hours, if everyone plays quickly. It's single elimination, so In single elimination, you don't have to wait for the entire Swiss round to finish. You just have to wait for your next opponent to finish their previous match. The early parts of this game are going to be pretty uneventful. Some setup here. Really good play from Zoa on the Lindaway to get a double move here. We saw a lot of this with their game earlier. They're just able to see perfectly how the expedition will work out and get these sneaky little moves with very low cost characters. Ay, ay. Oh, and another Tooth Fairy. Bam, 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 bam. I gotta make a new season 4 thumbnail. Ay, ay. Look at these two little Tooth Fairies. I think this okay. The Tooth Fairies are also super easy to be sacrifice targets, so it's another really cool little mix up there. I think about right here is when Atsadi is going to get kind of scary though. We're also 2 mana away from a hunger, which could hit this Lindaway pretty hard by that moment, getting rid of Isbuzz and Ma or anything else. And then there's this double ramp Aja. Ooh, the boom. Can't reuse the Aja, but 9 mana already. Oh, did I miss a message from El Wee Wee? Will I be second again? El Wee Wee is always number one. Oh, there's the hunger. Honestly, though, not as big of a upset as if there were more Isbas out and things. I feel like at this point, Lindaway can have a pretty good. Oh, ouch. Oh, okay. Actually, that hunger hits really hard now that you see this because if you control one or more landmarks, each player sacrifices a character. The hunger got rid of the landmark, and you may sacrifice a character if you do draw two cards. So they got the two cards, but this Anubis is really understated. Um, and it was not able to sacrifice the hunger because there was no landmark. Unfortunately, though, um, I think if all of the marbles is the one that makes it to the finals against El Wee Wee, I think El Wee Wee's deck is a counter to Finn, unfortunately. Which it could be. It could be. El Wee Wee can win anything except a random weekly ace tourney. Ooh, the hunger again. Are you playing in any of the World Championship qualifiers? El Wee Wee? Or are you playing in more than one? In France? Ooh, the 1,000 player one? We're still rooting for you. Yeah, they were talking about that quarterfinals match for days. Yeah, we're all rooting for you in AQZ to take it in France. I've made so many misplays today. I tried to put on a show like a Lyra Troubadour. Man, these hungers are everywhere. God, three hungers in a row. I wonder how far this Atsadi tech can go. Like specifically where you're just playing hunger 3 days in a row. There was a 6-0 Atsadi in AWOL yesterday, but I don't think we managed to cast very many of their games, and I haven't taken a look at the deck list yet. Ooh, the Fire Rabbit. Pasiphae is only going to get 3. Do they have a jellyfish? No. Ouch. All right. It's looking more and more likely that it's a all of the marbles versus El Wee Wee. Think so. Seeing the Velmon in Atsadi is really interesting. Very commonly going to get above 10 mana. So a good amount of stats for 4 mana. You can't lose next match. You're only allowed second or better. Endorvian's doing pretty well so far against the Atsadi here. I do not know anything really about Victor Mata's deck here yet, but we are seemingly one more afternoon away from the hunger, so that's not really something we have to worry about. And Endorvian is one good day away from winning. It I don't think there's anything that would be able to discount hunger at this moment and still get it out. This 5 in mountain could possibly be. Yeah, it's working out pretty good. Still going to get another move here. Might as well hit up the counters on the Kellen. Now we are seemingly in hunger territory, but the sequencing of these turns is really good for Endorvian in that regard. Because if Hatsadi's going to want to play the hunger, it's going to have to do it first, and it is really going to lose more ish than Subash. Oh, I forgot about the Subash ability though. Makes it a little more worth if it comes out now. Hey, mitochondria. Welcome. Thanks for the follow. But we see no hunger. We see a bouncer. What is this last card in hand? Is it something that can bring this game? Oh, it's the hooked. Does that do it? Oh, shoot. Let's go, Endorvian. Well played, Victor Mata. I am very interested in seeing more of this Atsadi style. Mana channeling would have been so stylish there. All right. El Wee Wee versus Endorvian. All of the marbles gets to chill for a little bit. Hooked so strong. It's true. I think basically any card that's 2 mana or less and does more than one thing is just so good. And I think that is something I need to remember because I didn't think Sap Duende was that exciting until I thought about how, worst case scenario, it draws you a card. Which, especially in Muna, is pretty sought after. All right, Fen versus Subash. Thinking about this, I think just based on the sheer amount of interaction that Fen has, if I were to go just off of hero versus hero and traditional deck styles in each of them, I think Fen would be the favored one in this matchup. Both of these players do play their respective hero pretty often, so that'll make for a really interesting game as well. I also think personally I know Lyra more than I know Axiom. I've probably played like 2 or 3 Axiom games ever. Sad to say, I think I know more about Ortis than Axiom. We see the card advantage building for the Fen here, and there's going to be a move on the companion side, while this reserve is already going to have 3 cards in it here soon. This is potentially a really good moment for the Jammer to come out, though. Ooh. And the Frank in the reserve with just enough mana to play both. I would say that resupply is not amazing for Fen. There's nothing that can pick up any of the cards in reserve. But we'll see how Elwiwi uses it. Ooh. I don't know if you want to see another Anansi that early, but I prefer in hand. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if you're playing Fen, you at least want to resupply something that's gonna help you pick things back up. Now all of the things that are in your reserve are just kind of chilling there. Hashtag Nyala reasons. I do love Nyala. I I don't think Elwiwi plays her though. The thing is I could go based off of an Elwiwi deck we saw a week ago, and I could be wrong because Elwiwi always be cooking. Very smart play here though. Twinkle Twinkle the Aloe, play the Anansi, still get a move. Yeah, probably true. Although I have not seen a Winter Nova or Mind Apotheosis Elwiwi deck, but maybe one day. Never count it out. Yeah, I feel like resupplying things like this is a little better. Although, same thing with the Ink Caster. More commonly want to play it from hand, let it go to reserve, pick something up, then use the support ability to discount. Bow, bow, bow. I am excited to see more LWW games with Tech Lab. Um, I feel like there's a lot of potential for things to get pretty wild. I'm getting tired, y'all. It's not even 8 p.m., but I did not sleep well last night. There needs to be more time in the day to play altered and make altered decks. Except for I don't think I have any meetings tomorrow. Have Wookie sing you to sleep, right? If Baltimore wasn't so far, I would consider playing in Baltimore. But I'm going to Indiana for Gen Con, and then I get back and then have like 2 days, and then I'm going to Dallas for the Dallas event. I'm going to Dallas one way or another. I just don't know how yet. More time to organize my cards. Oh man. Yeah, that too. This game is neck and neck. I don't even really know what I can say because both sides can have so many possibilities. Like at first glance, you may see that Endorvian doesn't have very many resources, and no doubt Elwiwi has access to more resources and getting more. But this hook tier and Foundry Armor and whatever's in hand could still put up some decent things. I would not be surprised if the play right now is to avoid the hooked on the side of Elwiwi though. Oh, the Requiem. Was not expecting the Requiem. Oh no. In hand was just a Kellen cylinder. Oh man, the twinkle twinkle. That means there's definitely the only option now is yeah, I don't think drawing a card helps and there should be enough stats on the side of El Wee Wee to pull out the win just barely here. Very well played. Just a masterclass. Very well played by Endorvian as well. Super cool to see. All right. I'm not sure if all of the marbles is in the stream, but all of the marbles, your game is ready. This is going to be a very interesting match. Roomfolk is offline. Roomfolk is online. Roomfolk is offline. Roomfolk is online. What are you doing, Roomfolk? Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. Ooh, opening with a unique right off the bat. Very good opening. You running scripts? Are you going to run um are you going to run the wins for this after this match? I can send you the tournament link directly if that helps. And then I got to make a new leaderboard um in the Altered Corner Discord, or find a different one I want to use. I might just do top 20 to save me some time. Nice. What all are you putting in the deck tracker? What kind of I've seen images of it, but I don't know what else you're building into it. Best I performed all year. I had one or two misplays, but that resource game is tough against Fen. Yeah. El Wee is really good at Fen, and then I think just on the outside, Fen kind of takes it against Subash. So very, very well done. Proud of your performance. Glad we could watch it. No worries. And then let me know what you need from me. With just 1 week, I can use um my old method. You can go to a game review, click on save deck, and then in game show the last saved deck. Nice. And are you mainly just working on a Chrome extension, or are you still working on the Twitch extension as well? Why am I out of snoozes? Let me snooze the ads. This is the final match. There's my snoozes. All right, snooze the ads. Uh, now this game is neck and neck, but we're going into the danger zone. This for now is Chrome, but I want this extension to send the deck list data to a server so my Twitch extension can get them. Nice. Are you even in the programming Discord? I can't remember. You're after you get all of that done, you just got to then do deck tracking where it tracks your wins and matchup history and cards managed. Well, it's cool. It's cool that you're working on that. Really good skill to have just all around, I'm sure. You can make money off of Twitch extensions too. I don't know about Chrome extensions. I mean, hypothetically, you can for Chrome extensions as well, because like you can implement donations and stuff. And I think premium extensions are a thing. But I meant like there's revenue cut for Twitch extensions if you have an extension that enables like bits and stuff, which would not be a thing in a deck tracker, but a good skill to have if you ever wanted to be like a freelance developer and make money that way. Surprisingly, we did not see a hunger yet. I'm wondering if it's not in hand or if all of the marbles is waiting for the right moment. Previously, we thought that this Atsadi deck um, would be the counter to Fen. So we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, acapella counter. Imagine casting acapella on Hunger. Look at all those sleight of hands. One of the really cool things about the way that El Wee and others that play Fen in this kind of style play it is there's a lot you can do to be making plays. There's the hunger without playing a character. So you can get away with making moves without sacrificing any characters and making your opponent have to put out a character first and maybe not be able to counter you. The good news is Awiwi is ahead on the expedition. Just has to play out one character to keep that the same. Is going to pick back up this magical training. And now there's not very much for a hunger to discard. And it would basically have to be played first, unless there was a fire rabbit or something. Man, I wonder if there's any sort of play for Aklu and the hunger, like using both. Probably not because they're like countering each other, but I guess you play a clue until you get up to the hunger. Yeah, stalling the game with reserve with a clue until hunger sounds decent. Yeah. I'm looking forward to testing a clue in Bravos Pendekar to keep hitting my opponent's reserve. Could be another good one. Ooh, we have not seen all of the marbles play Sakuraburu yet. I don't believe. Um, that's gonna equal this game out expedition wise. The only downside is it's gonna be very easy for Elwiwi to double move right here. The next hunger that's played is going to draw a card for Outsadi. I think Elwiwi is playing around the hunger. Is the curse of the Elwiwi broken? I think notably one of the other things is we haven't seen the uniques from all of the marbles. Maybe that is a proponent on this Saudi deck not working quite as well. Physical training in Atsadi. Gotta boost up that hunger. I had to respond about some AWOL stuff. Ooh, the Atsadi has passed. 2 mana and a dream. There it is. GG's to El Wee Wee. The curse is broken. El Wee Wee did it. Oh, hello, Rare Cuisine. All right. What does my intermission look like right now? Okay, cool. Oh, wonderful. All right. Pack to El Wee Wee. First place in the first week of the Ace Season 4. An early contender for an easy top 4 for the season as well. Doing some kind of different pricing this time. Um, Trying to make it both worth it for players and also not as much work on myself. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you everyone for hanging out and playing. That was super awesome. Also, I think Board Game Arena started